5 Most notorious pirates of all time in the waters of the Caribbean and beyond. Pirates will always be alive in the hearts and minds of the communities they terrorized. All pirates enjoyed a specific, short-lived period of success in the waters in which they were active. Even though they have been glamorized in films and books, they were feared as much as we fear their modern-day counterparts. Some pirates used deception for plunder, some were bloodthirsty, while others were merely greedy. Few of them were so notorious that their names still instigate fear in people. Check out 5 such names of the most notorious pirates. 5. Harridan Redbeard Barbarossa, along with his brothers, depopulated the entire Giglio island of 1,200 people. He deported 1,000 people as slaves and killed the remaining 200. He was exiled from so many countries that he ended up starting his own country, Regency of Algiers, with the blessing of the Ottoman Empire, which became present-day Algeria, Tunisia and parts of Morocco. Barbarossa, by the name of Khair al-Din, was a Barbary pirate. In 1533, he was appointed Admiral-in-Chief of the Ottoman Empire. The very next year he conquered the whole of Tunisia for the Turks. The Holy Roman Emperor Charles V led a crusade that captured Tunis and Galata in 1535, but Barbarossa defeated Charles V's fleet at the Battle of Preveza 1538. He managed to secure the eastern Mediterranean for the Turks until their defeat at the Battle of Lepanto in 1571. For 3 centuries after his death, Mediterranean coastal towns and villages were ravaged by his pirate successors. 4. Anne Bonny, the lover to the famous pirate Calico Jack, used to dress up as a man to fight alongside the male crew. Once the British Navy came for them, while the male crew headed below deck to hide, she, along with another female pirate, Mary Read, took on the British officers by themselves, holding them back for a good amount of time on their own. When the British Navy came for them, the male crew was drunk, and they headed below deck to hide. But Anne, along with another female pirate, Mary Read, took on the British officers by themselves, holding them back for a good amount of time on their own. They were finally overpowered after some time. Rackham and his crew were taken to Jamaica, where they were convicted and sentenced by Governor Laws to be hanged. Anne and Read were pardoned as they pleaded being pregnant. 3. Black Bart, a Welsh pirate, plundered over 400 ships and once burned an entire ship with 80 live slaves as the ship captain refused to pay the ransom. During one takeover of a 52-gun warship, he hung the governor of Martinique from his own ship and then tortured and killed the governor's French crew before taking the ship as his own. The Swallow returned again on 10th February and found another of Black Bart's ships. Upon recognizing the Swallow, the pirates planned to sail past it. The crew was drunk and they were not able to keep the right course. Black Bart was killed by a grape shot which struck him in the throat while he stood on the deck. Before his body could be captured by the Ranger, his wish to be buried at sea was fulfilled by his crew. They weighed his body down and threw it overboard after wrapping it in his ship's sail. It was never found. 2. Cheng Ai-sao, the Chinese prostitute who became a pirate, commanded 80,000 outlaws and beheaded anyone who disobeyed her. She could not be defeated by the Qing dynasty Chinese officials or even by the Portuguese and British bounty hunters. She was among very few pirates who actually retired from piracy with her loot. One of her strict laws was made towards deserters. Those who leave without official permission had their ears chopped off and then were paraded around their squadron. She married Cheung Po Tsai, the adopted son of her husband. With his help, she demanded protection money from coastal communities. She also attacked ships in the South China Sea and once even kidnapped Richard Glasgow, an officer of the East India Company's ship the Marquis of Ely. Neither the Chinese dynasty nor bounty hunters could defeat her army of outlaws. Finally, in 1810, she was defeated by the Portuguese army. She took an amnesty offered by the Chinese government and retired from piracy with her loot. 1. Franz Elvenet, a French pirate who was active during the 1660s, was known to have killed everybody on the ships he plundered. He even cut out a person part who refused to share information and ate it in front of other passengers. Once, he beheaded an entire crew. Fran's Albana's original name was Jean David No. He first arrived in the Caribbean as an indentured servant in the 1650s. In 1667, after pillaging Puerto Cavallo, Albana's crew was ambushed by a large force of Spanish soldiers. Albana barely escaped death but captured 2 Spaniards. It was one of these Spaniards whose heart Albana cut out and gnawed with his teeth. The surviving Spaniard was horrified and showed Albana a clear route to San Pedro. When they were on the coast of Dari, a province of Panama, they headed inland to find food. There, they were captured by the Cuna tribe, which killed and ate Albana. Please do subscribe, like and share this video with your friends and family. Also turn on the notifications to stay tuned to our daily new contents.